Hello friends, this is Raman Gill from tradingwithvenus.com. Today I wanted to share with you a trade that we took last night and it played out today. So one of the reasons I wanted to share this is because there were some questions in the trade room in terms of why the signal was sent out and what exactly was the setup that I was looking at, or what was I looking at in terms of factors that influenced my decision in terms of taking this trade. So to start off with, this was a continuation trade. New Zealand dollar was weak, and that was the first premise from where I started. So let's go take a look at the charts, and I will walk you through my thought process as to why this trade was taken and how you can take similar trades in the future. Just a quick disclaimer before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. And if you have questions about your individual investment needs, I recommend you talk to your investment advisor. So let's take a look at the trade here. So this was a continuation trade setup. The first thing that I looked at from technical perspective for New Zealand US dollar was that we had a nice, very strong daily close. So we have a nice bearish engulfing candle here. There's pin on the top and a big candle body. So this shows that the pair is likely to go lower because we have a bearish bias. So that was the first starting point. And then also another thing I was thinking of was that we had trade balance numbers come up. If we take a look here, this is a Monday evening session here. We had trade balance for New Zealand. It came out negative. Expected was 825 million negative, but we have over 1 million negative for the trade balance here for New Zealand dollar. And also the ANZ business confidence number came in at 0. So two pieces of that data that were negative for New Zealand dollar. And on top of that, we have a bearish close for the day. Also, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand hasn't been very bullish on their currency or their economy like other central banks have been. So overall, from fundamental perspective, there wasn't a whole lot driving this forward. The news came in negative, so that kind of set the stage. And then the daily close that we got, this bearish close here, was the trigger that prompted us to take this trade. So going on to the 1 hour chart, if you take a look here, the first thing that I was looking at was this support and resistance level. So once the daily candle closed bearish here, I wanted to see a break of this level. So this 72.53 level was the previous support and resistance level. Once price broke through this level and it held below this level, I was looking for a retest of this level again. And once we saw this big pin here, this candle with large pin and a small body here, I looked for to take a trade on the following candle while the price was pulling up because I expected it to stay below this, but the stop goes on the other side of the pivot point here because sometimes price can come back and test the pivot point once again. So here we saw a drop in the daily and then look for a pullback into the pivot point, but I wanted to see a drop below this level. And once we got the drop, I looked for price to pull back. So if we go to take a look at the 5-minute candle here, we'll see that the price did this. So price pulled back up and then dropped, and as the price was pulling back, this is actually kind of where I took the trade here. So going back to our 1 hour, as we can see, price held there and then started to drop. My target was this S2 level from the pivot points, which also coincides with our next support and resistance level at 7200. So the profit target was at 0.7205. So this gave us about 45 pips in our trade, and the profit in this trade was 45 pips or $450 if trading one standard lot. If you would like to join me in the trade room, let me just give you a quick overview of what that includes. Normally, we do a weekly market analysis call that sets you up for trading during the week. For the members here, trade room members, I also have a private Skype group where I share my trade ideas and analysis, and members can connect with each other. I also send out live trades through Twitter Twitter. So you'll get the full trade setup with the entry, stop loss, and take profit targets as well. And every evening we do a live market analysis call where we go over to both the technical and fundamental market analysis. And of course, any trades that I send out, it will be a complete setup with where I'm entering the trade, where the stop loss and where the take profit target is. I also do a members only webinar every Friday, which is more of a teaching thing where I will pick a topic depending on what's going on in the market, and I will teach on that topic. So not only do you get live trade signals, but you're also learning throughout this process. As a bonus, you will get my pivot point indicator if you want to use that. The cost of the service is $97 a month. And if you would like to join me, you can go to tradingwithvenus.com/trading-signals. So that's it for today. Have a great week, and I will see you next time.